Hi, this is Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett. Welcome to the 5th annual launch of the Indiana Thriving Schools Challenge. What began as a local initiative in Indy has grown into a statewide effort thanks to Earth Charter Indiana. In 5 years, over 150 individual projects have been started, and nearly 90,000 students have been impacted. That includes the many student-led gardens from this year's challenge. These gardens helped feed neighbors, taught valuable farming skills, and served as outdoor classrooms. They also served as new places for student counseling and recreation. To all of this year's participants and to their supportive teachers and family, thank you for making Indianapolis and Indiana more sustainable for all. Hi, this is Indianapolis.
Thank you so much, Mayor Hogsett, for your continued support of the Indiana Thriving Schools Challenge. Hello, everyone. My name is Tatiana Rebel. I am the Director of Equitable Initiatives with Earth Charter Indiana and Program Lead for the Indiana Thriving Schools Challenge. I'm so excited to be able to share with you the work this past year's Thriving Schools cohorts have been able to do. While we won't be able to share all of the cohorts, we hope that the ones that we are able to share with you will inspire you, motivate you, and really bring some joy into your life today. I want to take a minute to talk a little bit about the Thriving Schools program for those that are new and have not actually been able to hear about it in this fashion. We're a project-based learning grants opportunity for K through 12 Indiana schools, focused within 3 specific pillars within sustainability. We support school gardens as well as energy waste reduction, and that would be anywhere from recycle programs, composting, zero waste cafeteria, and more, as well as supporting teachers in sustainability centered curriculum creation. We're here for you to support in any way that we can. In doing that, we offer our educators that are lead of these youth-centered projects, student-focused and implemented projects, up to $1,000 stipend as a thank you. You can find out more at our website, indianathrivingsschools.org. But without further ado, we're excited to be able to share with you the work our cohorts have been able to do straight from their mouths. And we hope today you're truly inspired as much as we are.
Hi, my name is Zach Thomason, and I am the farm coordinator here at Bethel Park Elementary. And I have a short video to show you where the ITSC funding went. All right, so here is our garden here at Bethel Park Elementary, at least part of it. And it's a little overgrown right now, but hopefully you can look around that and see all the wonderful things that are growing in our raised beds. And you see a lot of these raised beds have these hoops here, which we purchased with the funding from the ITSC grant. And right now they are empty, but earlier this spring we had plastic draped over them to help jumpstart our crops and protect them from the frost. And in particular, our collard greens here. Now we had these planted really early on this spring, and you can see they're doing excellent now. And because of the plastic and the hoops that we had installed, we were able to protect them from the late frost we had, and now they are doing excellent. And now we're going to hear from some of our students that helped with the project. All right, here I have one of my student helpers. Her name is Haley, and she's going to talk a little bit more about our project. Haley, can you tell us a little bit what you and your classmates did to help our garden?
So me and my classmates, we had put together the gardening hoops, and we had put them in the garden and put a net over them so we could protect the plants from the cold. And as of now, the plants are doing pretty good out front, so I think they work pretty good, and I would recommend them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Haley. And just quick info, what's your favorite thing to eat from the garden?
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos. Awesome. Thanks, Haley. Here I have my friend Edgar. He was part of our farm team. Edgar, can you tell us a little bit about the project that we worked on?
Well, we put like the green bars to prevent the cold to enter the greenhouse, where the plants could survive during the winter. And the greenhouse, it traps heat inside of the thing to like where the plants can survive.
Very
during the
good.
winter.
Yeah, so did like the greenhouse help kind of protect the plants from the cold and the early frost that we had?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Edgar. Just quick info about you. What's your favorite thing to eat from the garden?
Mostly like cucumbers.
Cucumbers? Awesome. Thanks, Edgar.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm Lucian. And we planted potatoes together. We planted other things too.
Like gold tomatoes.
Yeah.
But we also planted strawberries and spinach.
And spinaches.
And green beans. and green beans. And we're at the garden right now. And these are all the things that we planted
That the whole school planted.
Thank you for all of you for
helping us this garden.
helping us have enough money to buy the seeds for the garden.
And building those new beds over there. Thank you for helping us build them too.
This is our second project. It's the courtyard and all
we
the
have
staff
bird
and all the staff teachers and the PTO president help paint all of those panels. And what do you think?
And they also helped paint the flowers
And
and the bench.
Yeah, and these beautiful flowers out here. Oh, literally, they literally had to pay money so they could have them.
We also have bird feeders out here and bird homes.
And we are so lucky to have a courtyard.
This is DCMS Garden Club, and this is what we've done this year. We harvested for a couple of months and produced over 300 pounds of food and donated it to a local company.
Another one of our projects was we participated in the Plant the Moon project, where we tested beans in different types of soil.
We also cleaned up our outdoor lab by pulling weeds and invasive species. We picked up trash, remulched the trail, planted flowers, and created a fairy garden.
We had our annual third grader field trip where 6 classes from the 3rd grade came to our school.
The 3rd graders went to the pollinator gardens. They went to the vegetable garden and they had a vegetable tasting. They planted a vegetable plant. They also went on the trail to learn about some invasive species. And they also saw the butterflies that are over there. And they got to read books.
This is DCMS Garden Club.
Signing off.
Permaculture is a design concept based around 12 principles and 3 ethics. It is a sustainable way of farming in which plants and animals coexist. The definition of permaculture is permanent agriculture. It uses diverse groups of living organisms that live together in a sustainable habitat, also known as a guild.
The very first thing we did for our meridian fruit guild was dig out the soil to lower the ground beneath the curb so it would be able to retain water. Then we added compost so that it could work all winter and be ready for spring planting.
Then, in the winter, we studied 12 design principles and 3 ethics.
The first principle is
observing is right. When observing nature, it is important for different perspectives to be used so different opinions can be applied to the observation and can help understand what is going on with the elements.
Principle number 2 is catch and store energy, and the icon represents capturing sunshine to use later.
Principle 3 is obtain a yield.
If you're a farmer and you're not making a profit, you won't be able to stay a farmer for very long. That's where the principle of obtain a yield comes in, because you should be getting a truly useful reward for the work you are doing.
Permaculture principle number 4 is self-regulate and accept negative feedback. One of the main goals of permaculture is to mimic the natural forest as much as possible. When we allow the guild to flourish and take only what we need from it, it benefits the guild as well as us. The same goes for the earth. If we take too much without letting it replenish itself, we won't have any more resources.
Principle number 5 is use and value renewables.
The icon for this principle is a horse, which is a great example because while it is alive, it can be used to pull carts, plows, or other things like that.
Principle number 6 is produce no waste, which means trying to do things with the goal of putting the least amount of waste back into the earth. While building our guild, we kept the 5 R's in mind: refuse, reuse, reduce, repair, and recycle.
Principle number 7, patterns to detail. By looking at the bigger picture, we are able to notice patterns in our lives. These observations help shape our designs and help fill in the details in the process.
Principle number 8, integrate. This is the principle we use most while designing our guild because we use it each time we work together.
Principle number 9, small and slow solutions. Small and slow solutions are easier to support than big ones, and they create a more sustainable end result. The icon for this principle is a snail. A snail is small and slow. A snail carries its home on its back. Proverbs, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and slow and steady wins the race, show us the benefits of this principle.
Principle number 10 is value diversity. A garden with one type of plant is referred to as monoculture. This is proven to be less effective than a diverse ecosystem. Monoculture allows room for a disease to wipe out entire fields, while diverse farming offers options.
Principle 11, use edges and value the margin. The margin is where where two edges meet and create a more diverse and more valuable ecosystem.
Principle number 12 is creatively use and respond to change. By observing and intervening at the right time, you can have a positive impact by thinking of the future.
Over the winter, we researched plants and their relationships to each other and then created our landscape designs.
All year we studied how people and nature utilized our meridian. We designed our footpath with them in mind.
In the spring, we began planting the plants in our guild that we had planned in our design.
We dug the hole, watered the hole, and put the plants in.
We finished the guild design by mulching the plants.
To save the ocean, to save the sea turtles, to save the fish. Put your unused straws in the bucket.
Which bucket?
This bucket.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Hill said we're going to be straw-free in 2023.
I don't know how to drink without the straw. How do we do it? I think I know. We just do the tip. Do the tip! Do the tip! Do the tip!
Recycling at RHS before and after Earth Charter Indiana support. Before receiving support from Earth Charter Indiana, RHS's recycling program was well-meaning but struggling due to a few key factors. There was a gap in knowledge when it came to how and what to recycle, which was a point of frustration for participating Green Club members. We would often find food waste and other unrecyclable materials in our cardboard bins. We did not have the funds to provide sanitary plastic bins to teachers, so we provided what we could, cardboard boxes lined with trash bags. Often, due to improper recycling, these receptacles were damaged and rendered unusable. Our recycling process was also very time-consuming and exhausting for students who volunteered to gather the recycling. RHS is a huge school. We split off into 3 groups, but with no rolling carts, we'd have to make several trips on each floor. Green Club members would carry back and forth what they could, but it was a slow process and made our promise of recycling every 2 weeks very difficult to achieve. All of these factors led to low staff participation, which was discouraging for the students who are working so hard to see. Earth Charter Indiana's project support, combined with our drive to create a better process, resulted in a better recycling program at RHS. Recycling became a community effort. Our Green Club students created videos and flyers informing others on how to recycle and what materials can be recycled. A survey was sent out to all teachers, asking them to sign up for bins to be provided, labeled with their names, room numbers, and what materials may be recycled. Our rolling carts provided by Earth Charter Indiana made recycling less arduous and a faster process. Easier accessibility meant that the Applied Skills program could join us in recycling. All of this culminated in higher staff participation, from 24 participating teachers to around 40 participating teachers and counting. Let's take a look at how the recycling process looks at RHS now. First, we split off into 3 groups: first floor, second floor, and third floor. Each group gets a rolling cart and off we go. We check participating classrooms to see if their bins need to be emptied. Then we take the recycling bins to our processing rooms. One room, Miss Mary and Avery's room, is for separating cans from water bottles. Aluminum cans are placed in the sink for washing and used to raise money for the Applied Skills program. Water bottles are placed in big recycling bins for later processing, when they will be rinsed and caps will be removed. Next, we take paper and paper assorted products to the other processing room. White paper and colored paper may go in one bin, while other paper products like cardboard or magazines need to be put in a separate bin and later transported to Earlham College's recycling center. After that, the bins are taken back to their classrooms. With all of this freed up time, the Green Club is able to start new initiatives, such as our new exciting project gathering plastic caps to be turned into a bench for our courtyard. None of this would have been possible without the support of Earth Charter Indiana, and we are so grateful. Because of your support, our recycling program is both sustainable and a joint community effort. Thank you. Recycling at RHS before. With the generous support of Earth Charter Indiana, Richmond High School embarked on a journey to turn a neglected, underutilized courtyard into a blossoming native pollinator garden for both wildlife and students to enjoy. After visualizing and planning the courtyard space as a club, we combined all of our ideas into this. After researching, the students found some shade-tolerant native flowers that would fit into the space nicely: red columbine, black-eyed Susans, hairy penstemon, spicebush, and sweet Joe Pye weed. We envisioned a place for a memorial and a meditative space for a paraprofessional who sadly passed away a few years ago, Susie, where the black-eyed Susans will grow. There will be podiums with information about native versus invasive plants, as well as one with detailed information about the specific native plants in the garden. Our goal was for the garden to become enjoyable and educational for students and staff at RHS. However, there is a lot of work to do. And we got to work. Here we are removing rotten wood benches from the garden. We salvaged the wood that could be reworked into something else though, and plan to turn them into planters and podiums for the garden. There are spaces in the courtyard that need work for maintenance though, such as this break in the railing that has a dangerous drop-off to the basement area of our building. Repairs to the railing are still pending. We also noted the invasive species, Tree of Heaven, in our courtyard and planned for its removal. With semester 1 dedicated to revamping our recycling program, semester 2 was meant to be dedicated to the courtyard. When we left for winter break, we had no idea what we would be returning to. A pipe bursting caused extensive damage to the high school, and we were forced to be virtual for a month. Then, not too long after that, the fire at a derelict warehouse caused us to go virtual again. These delays hampered our progress and our ability to purchase the supplies we needed for the courtyard project. However, we didn't let this keep us down. Despite these setbacks, when we returned to in-person school, we were determined to brighten up the courtyard. We partnered with artists India Cruz Griffin and Ron Dean to create a mural that lifts up the spirits of students and staff. Check it out.
It's beautiful.
As mentioned earlier, we took the salvaged wood from the courtyard and refurbished it into planters for the garden. We partnered with applied skills students to accomplish this. We also decided it would bring extra color and happiness to the space by painting designs on the planters. There is much more to do. Next year, we will officially plant our native flowers and install necessary supplies like our tool shed, wheelbarrow, compost bin, and accessibility ramp. Since the tree of heaven was removed manually by the school, we will need to be vigilant in removing its saplings from the garden. We will make it easier to visit the courtyard as well. Currently, teachers need a key to get into the garden, and not many have access. We plan to create a sign-up sheet in which teachers can sign up for their class to get to the courtyard for the period or day, and a key will be loaned out to them. Although much more needs to be done, we couldn't have accomplished any of this without Earth Charter Indiana. Your support has made all of this possible. Thank you. With the generous support of Earth Charter Indiana,
Go! It's a lovely day at Sinton. This is our school garden. In that rotten bed, there is only flowers, with the rest of our beds or vegetables. In this bed, bed we have baked tomatoes. In this bed we have small tomatoes. In this bed, and then we have spicy peppers, and then we have banana peppers. In this bed here, we have green onions, and then we have bell peppers. In this bed, we have tomatoes, carrots, and then we have string beans. And then in this bed, we have green beans. In this bed, we have cucumbers. And then in this bed, we have pumpkins. And this bed, we have tomatoes.
These are our native plants. We've got berry bushes. Louder. Lollipop plants. These plants, all of us help plant. We have a few failed plants over here that we can have. We have fresh purple flowers that we just planted. What bushes? Like this. Growing bushes. And we have a lot of other plants growing.
We'd also like to take a special moment to share some of the schools that we weren't able to see videos from today, and that includes Inlace Academy, Edison School for the Arts, St. Jude Catholic School, School for Community Learning, Phelan Leadership Academy at 103, Green Valley Elementary, as well as Oaks Academy's campuses, Martindale Brightwood, and the Fall Creek campuses. We are always just so proud of what our schools have been able to do. Additionally, Indiana Thriving Schools Challenge cohorts have asked to, if they can, participate in the Eco Science Challenge, an event that we have in partnership with the Indiana State Museum. This year, Thriving Schools that participated were Decatur Central High School, Holy Angels Catholic School, Victory College Prep, and Lakeside Elementary. And take a little bragging moment and brag on Lakeside, who actually was able to win first prize in their division. Like I said, we are just so proud of the work that our schools have been able to do. And this actually wouldn't be possible without the support of the Indianapolis Foundation, the McKinney Family Foundation, and all of our school gardens are been supported by a USDA NIFA grant. Thank you so much for being here with us on this and celebrating and honoring our Indiana Thriving Schools. We have a new grant round opening June 16th, 2023. If you're interested in finding out about that, again, please head to our website. It is indianathrivingsschools.org. Make sure to like, subscribe, and to share. And thank you for being here with us today.